Hey guys, how you doing? Before we begin this review, I want to teach you a little lesson about why publishers give out review copies of their games before the game comes out. It's so they can get out some good publicity about how good their game is, or how good their game isn't before it officially comes out. If the game is bad, you don't really want to give out review copies, which is why when publishers don't give out copies before release, it's kind of concerning because maybe the game's not that good. Maybe they want to sell as many copies as they can before the word gets out that the game's terrible. Sonic Boom. But still. Then there's the rare case of them not giving out a review copy because they know it's going to sell. And they know it's already good, so what's the point of giving it out? Because there's a game called Doom that came out this year. My personal game of the year. No review copies. None whatsoever. And that game kicked some serious ass. Guess how Mafia 3 turned out. When I heard 2K wasn't going to be sending review copies of Mafia 3 out to the press, I thought nothing of it. Everything I've seen of it in trailers and previews just affirmed that it was going to be a kick-ass game with an amazing story, fun gameplay, and lots of guns. 1 out of 3 ain't bad, right? In case you couldn't tell by the great big Roman numeral 3 in the title, this is the third installment in the already popular Mafia series. I never got a chance to play the first one, but I recently played all of Mafia 2 and I thought it was good, but it hasn't aged well. It was basically just the linear progression in an open world with nothing to do. Oh, and not to mention I spent like 90% of the game driving. Fuck your ration stamps. The story was fantastic though, truly the godfather of video games, more so than the Godfather video games. You don't need to know anything about Mafia 2 to play Mafia 3, just like you don't need to know anything about Mafia 1 to play Mafia 2. But all you need to know is that the protagonist for Mafia 2, Vito Scaletta, is one of your associates in this game. He plays a much better role than what Tommy Angelo played in 2.
Mr. Angelo?
Yes?
Mr. Salieri sends his regards.
Mafia 3's story is told in a legit documentary style, with archived footage and interviews with characters giving their perspective on the events that unfolded in New Bordeaux, 1968. New Bordeaux is a fictionalized version of New Orleans, but with the same amount of swamps and racism. Our protagonist is Lincoln Clay, a black and white orphan working for the black mob after coming back from Vietnam. After Lincoln and his family gets betrayed by the Italian mob, he sets off on a quest for revenge by destroying the leader Sal Marcano's empire one by one. Chances are, if you're a Mafia fan, your favorite part about the series is the story. Well, good news for you, because that is the strongest component of Mafia 3. Seriously, these cutscenes are Naughty Dog levels of perfection, minus some weird lighting glitches, but still, look at that acting.
It's about making that bastard feel what it's like to lose everything. Watch as I take it all away from him.
Man, this guy's such a good actor. Like, I wonder what other stuff he's been in.
Bitch, brown people don't have Santa Claus. We have Kwanzaa and Navidad. So anyway, I dress up as brown Santa and I go out and I'm confused because to me, ho 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 means I got 3 prostitutes. And they talking to me like I'm supposed to laugh.
The story is great, especially at the beginning, where you're mostly driving around New Bordeaux to further progress the plot. These first 2 hours also serve as a glorified tutorial, but it isn't as boring as most others. I was beginning to worry that this would be the full game just like Mafia 2. Drive here, do this, drive there, cutscene, drive home, rinse and repeat. Don't get me wrong, 2 was great, but it hasn't aged well as an open world game, with almost nothing to do in free roam. Mafia 3 has a better open world, but that's not saying much. It isn't until the 2-hour intro ends that you're finally introduced to the city and some of its activities. You'll unlock more once you meet associates such as Cassandra the Voodoo Queen of the Haitian mob, Thomas Burke of the Irish mob, and Vito Scaletta of the Italian mob. They'll give you missions like delivering weed and delivering moonshine and delivering parts. Oh, come on! Side missions will help you get some kickback cash along the way, but money is just pretty useless for anything except guns and ammo. Want to buy some sweet-ass rides? Well, too damn bad, because you're gonna have to steal that shit, which is honestly way better, but you can't keep the cars. And is it too much to ask for different outfits? Lincoln wears the same goddamn shirt and jacket for the remainder of the game, which wouldn't be a problem if it wasn't so repetitive. Your prime objective is to gain territory in New Bordeaux and give different districts to different associates. Neglect one of them over and over and you'll have no choice but to kill them in self-defense. I never tried that because I like treating people fairly, but go ahead and be a dick to Burke all you want.
I'm not taking this kind of shit from you no more.
If you want to get these districts, you gotta do the missions, and boy are they repetitive as Fuddruckers. What, you never had Fuddruckers? Great burgers, man. Just great. I mean, it's just the same shit over and over again. Go here, steal that, drive here, drive there, no fast travel, son of a bitch. Interrogate some asshole over and over and over again, and you cannot even progress in the story without doing all this. But I'm still kind of addicted to the game, let's be honest. Yeah, I'm a sucker for these kind of games, mainly because I've taken up a new hobby in the form of trophy hunting. Speaking of PS4, I decided to get Mafia 3 on that system after hearing about the shoddy PC port at launch. I mean, a frame rate capped at 30 is unacceptable on any PC game. Thankfully, they fixed it really early on, but that doesn't change the fact that it's a poor-looking and glitchy game on all platforms. This is why delays happen, children, so we don't have games like Mafia 3 wind up like Watch Dogs, Star Fox Zero, and Duke Nukem Forever. Oh, wait, those were delayed too? Give me 1 second. Look, find the guy that gives me these tips and whack him. Got it? Good. Now, where were we? Oh yeah, Mafia 3. One of the graphical problems in this game is the rear view mirror. You'll notice that there's a void of darkness that will follow you for all eternity as it is sucking up every poor soul that dares go near it. Seriously though, if they released a Wii version of this game, it would look like this. My god! Then there's the lighting, which is some of the weirdest I've ever seen in any video game ever. The lighting's totally fine to me. I don't really see what the problem is here. I mean, it's perfectly normal. What are you complaining about? I don't understand. But that's okay, because Mafia 3 features accurate 1960s and present-day racism.
You're pushing your luck, boy.
Oh my god. I understand now. After all these years of civil rights movements and all this political posts and Colin Kaepernick and... There's only one solution. I did rob this motherfucker.
Jesus, please come and save me.
The previously mentioned point is not a knock on the game. I'm glad they kept it in for the sake of historical accuracy. Otherwise, it would be insulting to everyone who lived during that time. But if you want to have fun shooting racists, you're gonna have a problem, because the shooting in this game needs some work. Hell, I just got done playing Gears of War 4, a superior cover-based shooter, and going back to Mafia is a pain in my ass. Speaking of pain in my ass, did you get it done? You f***ing idiot, I said whack him, not whack him off! Ugh! Sloppy movement controls, a lack of responsiveness, and unusually tight aiming make for some frustrating shooting combat. You can also get through most parts using stealth, which is made easy thanks to the AI being embarrassingly simple to manipulate. Even though I'll still be playing this game well after this review, I can't defend Mafia 3 if somebody says it's bad. I still enjoy it, but it basically does the bare minimum of what it takes to make an open world game fun? Yeah, I'm addicted to collecting things, but that doesn't mean everyone else is. Fans of Mafia will more than likely enjoy 3, but if you're on the fence, I would say wait until it drops to like 20 or 30 bucks. There is some fun to be had, but not enough to justify a full price tag.
You and I got some beef, Ferris.
Oh shit. Mr. Clay, I'm so sorry.
You gonna take back everything you said about Battlefield 1? No, this is my opinion. I think it's a very mediocre game, and there's nothing you can do to change that. You kill me, my opinion stays the same. Fine, but you work for me now.
And that is why I give Mafia 3 a 10 out of 10 with rice. Hey guys, how's it going? Now, in case you haven't heard, I came out with the Battlefield 1 review on Nerd Reactor, so be sure to check that out. Also stay tuned for my classic game review of Star Wars Rogue Squadron for the Nintendo 64. Until next time, I'm Joey Ferris, and I'll see you on the next ride.